Hello and welcome back to the fourth episode of Let's Talk Paragon. Today's topics for discussion are the tank balance pass and crits, and the new skins, which actually look quite good. Now if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description to the post, but this is basically what it says. We are balancing tanks, hopefully, and we're also going to change Sevarog's ultimate to be a bit more useful. Crit has also been too effective, so we're going to nerf it a little bit and give less points per card. Player ratings are also now a thing. Whether they'll go down the route of like CSGO, where it just shows you what they've done in matches before, whether they've been helpful or negative or something like that, or whether they'll go League of Legends style, where it shows something on your character or whatever, not sure. But apparently they're going to do something with it in the future. And to top it off, they've also put in 6 new skins. Right, so let's look at the patch notes. So here we have a new look at Rampage, where they've changed his passive to provide a more constant, flat amount of health regen. They've also redone one of his abilities to then grant more health regen in a short burst, meaning that if you're in a fight or anything like that and you wanted a quick burst just to make sure you weren't going to die, if it was a 1v1 that'd be really useful, especially at 11.2 HP per second. That's really, really good. A lot of people are also going to be really happy because they've changed his ultimate so that you can't just randomly bounce away. Oh, I'm going to die, time to get really tanky and just bounce away from the fight. However, they have also made it so that he then gains a lot of health regen there. You can obviously see at level 3, that will be 250 HP per second regen. That's a lot. That will make people more likely to pay him as a tank, rather than just buying damage and attack speed and then bouncing out of fights. Now let's have a look at what they've done to Steel. They've made Steel's right click ability actually worth leveling up. I know, right? That's actually quite a shocker. They've made it so that it's got a bigger hitbox, so basically you can body block and make it so that it's harder to hit your allies like Twin Blast or anybody stood behind you. They've also made it so that it gets an increased amount of physical and energy armor, which is really, really good because it was really lacking that. It really didn't do that much and it didn't do it for that long. It also fixed a bug that was causing a progressively increased slow to apply as levels are added, which is a really weird bug, but I'm glad that's fixed. They've also changed Force Field so that it has a shortened casting range so that you can't just throw it ridiculously far. And it also removed the ability to grant shields for allies and himself. So this is really a balance out, and I would not be surprised if people were leveling up the right click a lot more before going on to the E. So probably getting your right click to max if you were going to be doing a lot of team fights so that you can shield all that damage and help out your allies as well. The E is probably not going to be that useful anymore because you don't get a shield and you also can't throw it half the distance. It's half the distance that you're able to throw it now, so you will really need to be careful about where you're trying to use it, and you'll have to get a lot more close to your enemies to actually block the damage if you're trying to block them off as well. And now for a look at what they did to Sevarog. Really all they've done is change his ultimate really, and I'll just let you read it because it's pretty self-explanatory. There's no real kind of hidden meaning behind it. The only other thing that I find strange is his shoulders disappearing in recall. No, I'm pretty sure shoulders are meant to remain on people's bodies. I will say, however, for these balances of the tanks, whether they will work or not as balances is yet to be seen. It will take at least a week or 2 weeks or a month to find out if these fixes are good enough to remain in. They might need a bit of tweaking, who knows. I'm hoping it's worked, because it was kind of annoying seeing damaged Rampages and damaged Steels. But anyway, let's have a look at the skins, the aesthetic side. So this first one is Gorilla Gadget. You can see it's basically like an army camo kind of thing. Looks quite nice. Pretty nice, I can see why people will buy it. The next one is Sepia Muriel. Looks quite nice, it is very shiny, that one. It's kind of a recolor, so it wouldn't be for me, but it looks pretty good. The next one up is War Chief Grux. It's quite a nice skin actually. It shows up his tribal side more. Makes him a lot more contrasting. I'd prefer this one a lot more to the base skin, I must admit. The next one up is Wasteland Rampage. Another nice one actually. It is very, very different from his standard skin. I actually would prefer this to the master skin because it actually, I don't know, there's something more unique about it than the master skin. And we're now moving into the last couple of skins, and I really like this skin. There's something very Tron-like about it, Energized Decker. It looks very Tron-like, it's got nice clean lines kind of thing. There's just something symmetrically nice about it. The last two are actually my personal favourite. Now we're going to see the last one. I'm not even a Decker or a Sparrow player, but there's just something nice about these skins. They're very nice and clean-cut skins. Very shiny and appealing. I must admit, even though they are all reskins, well, recolors even, should I say, they are nice. They're all nice, but I prefer the last two. Even though I don't play those heroes, which is odd, but yeah. Please tell me what you think of the skins in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear what you think. Are you going to get any of them? Because it's rare to see people with skins at the minute. And that's all I've got time to talk about today, really. If you like this video, give it a like. If you disliked it, give it a dislike. Give me a comment in the section below of what you think of the skins and the patch notes. Give me a sub if you're not subbed already. And hopefully, I'll see you back here for the next episode of Let's Talk Paragon. See you later.